A pervasive web. Government surveillance in the digital age. Government surveillance has existed for centuries, but the digital age has fundamentally changed its scale and scope. What was once the domain of wiretaps and physical tailing has become a vast, interconnected web of data collection and analysis. This shift is driven by a combination of technological advancements, evolving national security concerns, and the ever-increasing amount of personal data people generate. Methods of surveillance. Governments employ a wide range of techniques to monitor their citizens, often blending traditional methods with cutting-edge technology. These methods can be broadly categorized into electronic and physical surveillance. Electronic surveillance. Electronic surveillance is the primary method of modern government spying. It involves the interception and analysis of digital communications and data. Mass data collection. Agencies like the National Security Agency, NSA, have programs that collect vast amounts of metadata, which includes information like who you call, when you called, and for how long. While it doesn't typically include the content of the conversation, this metadata can still reveal a lot about a person's life, associations, and political affiliations. This is often done under the pretense of national security, using legal frameworks like the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, or FISA. Communications interception. This involves directly monitoring the content of communications. Law enforcement and intelligence agencies can obtain warrants to wiretap phones, read emails, and intercept text messages. This is often done through cooperation with telecommunication and internet service providers. Social media and internet monitoring. Governments actively monitor social media platforms and online forums for potential threats or dissent. This can involve using algorithms to identify keywords, track hashtags, and analyze social network connections. In some cases, agencies use sock puppets or fake online profiles to infiltrate groups and gather information. Spyware and malware. Governments can use sophisticated spyware to infect a person's computer or smartphone. This malicious software can be used to log keystrokes, turn on cameras and microphones remotely, access files, and track a device's location. The FBI has deployed this type of software, sometimes referred to as a magic lantern, to covertly monitor targets. Technological tools of surveillance. The technology behind government surveillance is constantly evolving, making it more powerful and more difficult to detect. Facial recognition. This technology uses biometrics to identify individuals in public places. By cross-referencing live or recorded video feeds with databases of photos, like driver's license photos or social media profiles, law enforcement can track people's movements and identify their associates. Some cities have implemented extensive networks of cameras equipped with facial recognition capabilities. Cell site simulators, or Stingrays. A Stingray device mimics a cell phone tower, tricking nearby mobile devices into connecting to it. This allows law enforcement to intercept communications, gather data about the devices, and track a person's real-time location. Because they collect data from all phones in an area, they often gather information on innocent civilians, raising significant privacy concerns. Predictive policing and big data analytics. Governments use big data and predictive analytics to try and forecast where and when crimes are likely to occur. By analyzing vast amounts of data, including criminal records, social media activity, and demographic information, algorithms can identify hotspots and at-risk individuals. Critics argue this technology can perpetuate and even amplify existing biases against marginalized communities. Drones and aerial surveillance. Drones equipped with high-resolution cameras can be used to monitor large areas for extended periods. This provides a low-cost, effective way to surveil protests, public gatherings, and even private property. Legal and ethical frameworks. The legal basis for government surveillance varies widely across countries. In the United States, surveillance is often justified under a complex web of laws, including the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, or FISA. Enacted in 1978, this law established a secret court, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court, or FISC, to grant warrants for surveillance. While intended for foreign intelligence, it has been used to justify the surveillance of U.S. citizens when their communications are incidentally collected during an investigation. The USA PATRIOT Act, passed after the 9/11 attacks, significantly expanded the government's surveillance powers. It allowed for the bulk collection of phone records and other data under Section 215, a provision that was later reformed by the USA Freedom Act. These legal frameworks often pit the need for national security against the right to privacy, a tension that is at the heart of the debate over government surveillance. Privacy concerns and the future. The widespread use of surveillance technology raises profound privacy and civil liberties concerns. Erosion of privacy. Mass surveillance erodes the expectation of privacy in modern life. The knowledge that our every move and communication might be monitored can have a chilling effect on free speech and the right to association. Potential for abuse. History has shown that powerful surveillance tools can be abused for political purposes, targeting dissenters, journalists, and minority groups. The risk that these tools can be used to suppress legitimate political activity is a serious threat to democratic societies. Lack of oversight. The secretive nature of many surveillance programs makes it difficult for the public and even elected officials to hold agencies accountable. As technology continues to advance, the debate over government surveillance will only intensify. The rise of artificial intelligence and quantum computing promises to further enhance the power of surveillance tools, making it even more critical to establish robust legal protections and strong public oversight to ensure that security measures do not come at the cost of fundamental human rights. Protecting oneself from government surveillance is a multifaceted challenge, requiring a combination of technical safeguards, behavioral changes, and a commitment to staying informed. While no method can guarantee complete anonymity in the face of a determined state-level actor, citizens can significantly increase their digital privacy and reduce their digital footprint. Reclaiming digital privacy, the technical toolkit. A key strategy is to use technology that is specifically designed to enhance privacy and security. These tools often rely on encryption and anonymity to make it difficult for third parties, including governments, to access your data. Virtual private networks, VPNs. A VPN encrypts your internet traffic and routes it through a server. This hides your IP address and makes it difficult for your internet service provider, or ISP, or other entities to see which websites you are visiting. It's crucial to choose a reputable, paid VPN provider with a strict no-logs policy, as a free or untrustworthy VPN can itself be a point of surveillance. Encrypted messaging and communication. Standard text messages and emails are often unencrypted, making them easy to intercept. Switch to end-to-end encrypted messaging apps like Signal or a secure email service like Proton Mail. End-to-end encryption ensures that only the sender and the intended recipient can read the messages, as the data is scrambled and can only be decrypted with the right key on the recipient's device. The Tor browser. For a higher level of anonymity, the Tor, the onion router, browser is a powerful tool. It bounces your internet traffic through a network of volunteer-operated servers, making it nearly impossible to trace your online activity back to your physical location. While slower than a regular browser, it is a crucial tool for journalists, activists, and anyone needing to protect their identity online. Using strong passwords and two-factor authentication, 2FA. A strong password is the first line of defense. Use a unique, complex password for every account and use a password manager to keep track of them. Enable 2FA whenever possible, which requires a second form of verification, like a code sent to your phone, to log in. This prevents unauthorized access even if your password is stolen. Software and device security. Keep all your software and operating systems updated. These updates often include critical security patches that protect against vulnerabilities that can be exploited by spyware and malware. Consider using disk encryption like BitLocker for Windows or FileVault for Mac to protect your data if your device is physically seized. Changing online behavior, the human element. Technical tools are only part of the solution. How you behave online and in the physical world also plays a significant role in protecting your privacy. Minimize your digital footprint. Be mindful of what you share online. Every photo, comment, and like contributes to a personal data profile. Limit the personal information you post on social media, avoid location tagging, and be cautious about what forms you fill out on websites. Adjust privacy settings. Take the time to review and lock down the privacy settings on all your social media accounts, apps, and devices. Many platforms have default settings that are not privacy-friendly. Turn off location tracking on your smartphone and consider disabling personalized ads. Public Wi-Fi awareness. Public Wi-Fi networks in coffee shops or airports are often unsecured and can be used to monitor your internet activity. Avoid accessing sensitive information like banking or personal email on public Wi-Fi. If you must use it, always connect through a VPN. Be skeptical and vigilant. Be aware of phishing attempts and social engineering tactics. Never click on suspicious links or download attachments from unknown senders. These are common methods for installing spyware and malware on your devices. Advocating for broader change. Individual action can only go so far. For a more systemic change, citizens can also engage in collective action and advocacy. Support privacy legislation. Advocate for stronger data protection laws that limit government and corporate surveillance. Support organizations that lobby for reforms to laws like the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA, and push for legislation that requires warrants for data requests. Educate others. Share your knowledge about digital privacy with friends, family, and your community. The more people who understand the risks of surveillance and how to protect themselves, the greater the demand for a more private and secure digital ecosystem. By combining these technical, behavioral, and advocacy-based approaches, citizens can create significant barriers to surveillance, protect their personal information, and contribute to a broader movement for a more private future. There are a number of operating systems designed with a primary focus on privacy and security. These systems often employ different strategies to protect user data and anonymity, from compartmentalization to mandatory use of privacy networks. Here are some of the most notable examples. Desktop operating systems. Tails, the Amnesic Incognito Live System. Tails is a live operating system that you can run from a USB stick or DVD without installing it. Its core philosophy is amnesic, meaning it leaves no trace on the host computer. All internet traffic is routed through the Tor network, providing strong anonymity. It comes with a suite of privacy-focused applications, including the Tor browser and encrypted messaging clients, making it an excellent choice for whistleblowers, journalists, and anyone needing to protect their identity online. Qubes OS. Qubes OS is a security-focused operating system that operates on the principle of security by isolation. It uses virtualization to compartmentalize different activities into separate, isolated cubes, or virtual machines, VMs. For example, you can have a work cube, a personal cube, and a banking cube, each completely separate from the others. If one cube is compromised, the malware cannot affect the others. It's a powerful system favored by security experts, including Edward Snowden, and is designed for daily use. Wonix. Wonix is a desktop operating system that is specifically designed for anonymity. It's unique because it operates as two separate virtual machines, a workstation VM and a gateway VM. The gateway VM handles all network traffic and routes it through the Tor network, while the workstation VM contains the user's applications. This architecture makes it virtually impossible for malware on the workstation to reveal your real IP address, as it has no direct access to the internet. Linux distributions hardened. While many standard Linux distributions like Ubuntu or Fedora are generally more private than Windows or Mac OS, some are specifically hardened for security. Pure OS. This Debian-based operating system is endorsed by the Free Software Foundation and is used on privacy-focused hardware like the Librem laptops. It's designed to be completely free and open source, with a focus on user privacy and security out of the box. Debian. As the base for many privacy-focused OSs, Debian is a solid choice in its own right. It's known for its stability and commitment to free software. When configured with a focus on security, it can be a highly private and reliable daily driver. Mobile operating systems. Graphene OS. This is a mobile operating system for Google Pixel smartphones. It's designed to enhance the security and privacy of the Android platform by implementing significant security enhancements and removing Google-specific services and trackers. It's a non-profit open-source project that focuses on hardening the OS against a wide range of attacks and providing strong application sandboxing. Calyx OS. Similar to Graphene OS, Calyx OS is another privacy and security-focused mobile operating system based on Android. It is maintained by the Calyx Institute and is available for a wider range of devices than Graphene OS. It includes privacy-enhancing features like a built-in VPN and a more private by default configuration. Important considerations. It's important to remember that using a privacy-focused OS is just one part of a comprehensive privacy strategy. A privacy-focused OS will not protect you if you use unencrypted messaging apps, log in to tracking-heavy services like Google or Facebook, don't practice good digital hygiene like using strong passwords or being aware of phishing. The best privacy-focused operating system is the one that fits your specific needs and technical skill level. Some, like Tails, are great for specific high-stakes tasks, while others, like Qubes OS, are designed for more long-term daily use by advanced users. When you're using a privacy-focused operating system like Tails, Qubes OS, or Graphene OS, the choice of a password manager becomes even more critical. The best options are those that align with the core principles of these OSs: open source, zero-knowledge architecture, and local control. Here are some of the best password managers to consider, categorized by their strengths. For ultimate control and security, KeePass XC. What it is: a community-driven, open-source fork of the original KeePass password manager. KeePass XC is a standalone desktop application that stores your encrypted password database file locally on your device. Why it's good for privacy OSs? Local storage. Your password data is never stored in the cloud. You have full control over the encrypted file, KDBX file, and can back it up to a flash drive or a private cloud service of your choice. This aligns perfectly with the philosophy of Qubes OS, where you can keep the database in a dedicated, isolated cube. Open source. The code is transparent and can be audited by security experts. This reduces the risk of backdoors or hidden vulnerabilities. No account required. You don't need to create an account with a company to use it. This eliminates a potential point of data collection and trust. Cross-platform. KeePass XC works seamlessly on Linux, Windows, and Mac OS, making it a great choice for users who use different systems. There are also many compatible mobile apps for Android and iOS that can access the same database file. For example, KeePass DX for Android. Potential drawback: syncing between devices is a manual process. You have to handle the synchronization of the database file yourself, either through a private cloud, a USB stick, or a private peer-to-peer sync tool. For a balance of security and usability, Bitwarden. What it is: a highly regarded open-source password manager with a cloud-based service. It has both free and paid tiers. Why it's good for privacy OSs? Open source and audited. The entire code base is available on GitHub and has been independently audited for security. Zero-knowledge encryption. Your data is encrypted on your device before it is sent to the cloud. Bitwarden servers only hold encrypted data, and they do not have the key to decrypt it. Self-hosting option. A key feature for privacy enthusiasts is the ability to self-host the Bitwarden server on your own hardware. This gives you the convenience of cloud-based syncing while maintaining complete control over your data, a perfect fit for users of Qubes OS or other Linux-based systems. Excellent features. The free tier is very generous, offering unlimited passwords, cross-device sync, and basic two-factor authentication, or 2FA, support. The paid plans add features like advanced 2FA, for example with YubiKey, and file attachments. From a privacy-first company, ProtonPass. What it is: a password manager from Proton, the company behind Proton Mail and Proton VPN. It is built on a strong foundation of privacy and security. Why it's good for privacy OSs? Swiss-based and privacy-focused. Proton is known for its commitment to user privacy and operates under Swiss law, which has some of the world's strongest privacy protections. End-to-end encryption. Like their other services, ProtonPass uses end-to-end encryption to protect not just your passwords, but also your usernames, website addresses, and notes. Open source and audited. The apps are open source and have been independently audited, providing transparency. Integrated ecosystem. If you already use other Proton services, ProtonPass integrates seamlessly, offering a unified privacy-focused ecosystem for your digital life. Password managers to be wary of, from a privacy perspective. While popular, some password managers have a history of security incidents or are not transparent about their code. It's generally best to be cautious with. LastPass has experienced multiple security breaches where sensitive user data was exposed. While the company has taken steps to improve security, its track record has made many privacy-conscious users move to other services. 1Password. While very secure and user-friendly, it is a proprietary closed-source solution. This means you have to trust the company's word that its security claims are true, as the code cannot be independently verified by the public. For users of privacy-focused operating systems, the best choice often comes down to a trade-off between convenience and control. KeePass XC offers the maximum control with some manual effort, while Bitwarden and ProtonPass provide an excellent balance of strong security and user-friendly features, especially for those who are comfortable with a cloud-based service that is transparent and zero-knowledge.